up, everybody? We'll be starting here shortly. I'm just grabbing something to drink, some coffee. We're gonna do a little setup for the map today, and we're gonna dive into our Solodark adventure, or continuing it, I should say, as Wuu Klo has saved Pan, dragged him out of the Ettin's lair, and we're on our way to try to find our Lancer. Hopefully, we can make it through the wall. All right, I think we're ready, everybody. Get this show on the road. I think I'm going to have to wear a headphone today, though. I don't think it's going to let me do what I want to do. All right, let's stop this scrolling. What is up, everybody? It's been a while since we've done some Breachers or some Solodark. I guess not that long. Daytime out, a little bright, and get some reflections here. So, we got a couple things to do today. This is episode 5. Wuu Klo has found Pan, saved him, dragged him out of the Ettin's pit. We do need a few things in this room, though. So hold on. Let me get our mead notebook and all that jazz that we need. So hold on. Where is our notebook? That is the notebook for this game. Definitely need this old. It's not old. I shouldn't say. It's a neat notebook I got for Stranger Things, as a matter of fact. There it is. I brought it with me in case I needed it at the con. We got it now. Probably showcase this stuff too. I have two things to showcase. I've actually got two things I gotta show you guys. I didn't show. They're Shadowdark specific. So, hold on here. Hold on here. I'm digging. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I didn't think about this before the show, and I should have. Would have made more sense. Where's my piece? Where's my piece? Sorry, hands. I might have lost my slammer as well. May have lost mine as well. I don't see it. Where are you at? No. No. Well, I guess I must have lost it. It's somewhere in the house. I don't know where it is. So, they were at their booth. They were handing out slammers and pogs if you back their Kickstarter, the latest one. And this is their luck tokens that they did. Right? And then the back of it. Cute little luck tokens. Really cool. Slammers around somewhere. I saw it the other day. I just don't remember where I saw it at. Like it's in... Oh, I do actually. You know what? I think I put it in here. I wanted to show it off. It's cool. So, yeah, here it is. So then they made slammers. For those who know what pogs are, check this out. This made me very happy, by the way. We got slammers too. Sting bats. It sounds like Sting bats should be the name of like a breachers guild. Like a crew that goes in and out, the sting bats. But yeah, so we got this too, which I thought was fucking awesome, everybody. No reason that had to be made. Other than just because it's memories, nostalgia, and our age. You know what I'm saying? So, we're not going to do the downwards camera today. I know I have been doing that. It's shaky. I went back and watched. It's okay. It's not worth it. I might take pictures afterwards of my notes and post them up on my Patreon afterwards. I think that's more what I'm going to do instead of trying to do the camera for this. Like, maybe some days I will. But I don't think so. So our last one we did was the last meal, which is episode 4 was Save the Chef. Episode 5 is what we're on now. I think it's called the Sting Bats. I don't think you need anything else for it. I think you're just the Sting Bats. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a reason to do anything else, personally. I'm gonna turn this music down a touch. It feels like it's a little loud. I want it around the 35 mark. There we go. So, for those who don't know, I have gotten Breachers up and running. I just submitted it to DriveThruRPG. Nick, how long did you have to wait for DriveThruRPG to get back to you? I think last time I had to wait like 2 days. Do you remember? I don't. Because if it's like 2 days, that's not too bad. It'll be ready by next week then. Which is good. So I'm going to duplicate this. Copy. Paste. And this is going to be... I put volume 1 here, actually. And this should be select all _ So if you haven't picked it up yet, volume 1 is out. I just updated it last night with version 1.3. Found a couple little things I wanted to change in it. Got that all situated. We're all good now. What else was I going to tell you guys? There was something else. Some good YouTube streams went up from Kelsey from the con. If you want to know if you're a third-party publisher, she did a meet and greet. I unfortunately couldn't make it to the meet and greet night. I was a little busy, but by the time we got there, the party was over because it was on Wednesday. So I didn't get to do that, but that happened. They did a good interview. She answered a bunch of questions. I think she was just on Roll for Combat as well, if anyone wants to learn any of that. So those who don't know, I'm doing a ton of work with Shadowdark for Breachers. And with Volume 1 out, I can kind of dive into making my first adventure for it, which I'm excited for. It's actually going to be 2 pieces. It's going to be In the Wall and a carousal piece that the GM can use. So I'm pretty excited to finish those up. I like carousal in the game because I feel like it enforces the idea of role-playing. Fuck me, I needed this coffee. So how's everybody else doing? We all doing well? Doing well? Anything new? Let me get our web piece set up. Let's get Albert Rodeo in here. Done. There is something crazy, not crazy, something important that is going on right now. And this has to do with Streamloot. So Streamloot has been, we have been fighting to get hold of more slots, right? So check this out. We're gonna go over to the work page here. Turn studio mode off. Let's go over to work. Worky page. See if this works. There we go. Oh, I gotta make this bigger. So we've been asking for more space, right? We've really been wanting the ability to have more collections. So they have a thing right now that if you do 100 packs sold in 30 days, you get another collection slot. And my collections right now, this is just me being transparent for everybody. We have Breachers, we have ETHAUNTIA, we have Living ETHAUNTIA. All of our Corpse Talk Knights ones are all in here. The Watching Paint Dry is going to get switched to a meme one, right? Archivers for our side shows, you can see if I go in to manage this, that they just have a bunch of different shows on here. Like our Christmas show stuff's in here. My Blade Runner one is in there, but I really need another... I need another collection. They won't give them to you. You won't even let you buy them. I would just buy one. I mean, I guess I could buy 100 packs for myself and that would do it. So I'm looking to get this other pack. So the way this works is if I do 100 packs in 30 days, it looks like I get an extra slot. So that's what I'm looking to do. We have plenty of shows right now. So I think this is doable because we have this. We're going to have our meme collection. We're going to have our Breacher show starting back up in April. And then we're going to have 2, 3, 4 more ETHAUNTIA ones before this 30 days are up. So we should be able to do this, I think. And then we're also going to have another build show for Corpse Talk coming up. So just as a reminder to people, this is going on. I didn't see a way for me to add a widget. Like I don't see a temporal widget here that I can add, or I would. So that was just, I wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up. I'm definitely gonna be trying to get the 100 in so we can get a hold of that. Because I want to do one more collection. I have something fun I want to do with the last collection. But enough of that. Let's, I'm gonna look up our activity feed. We need to look up our Breachers in Shadowdark because we're gonna need Breachers in Shadowdark for this. We have a few BSD cards left that I can use, some smuggler cards, some things like that. No high-end ones that I'm seeing here. They all look pretty on the norm. Secret doors, quickers, fasters here. Actually, hold on, everybody. I can just show you what this looks like. So you can see, like, the last show that we had. These are the ones that were played. I can go through and kind of pick them up. This is what I see in the background for strength rolls, stuff like that. So we'll have that. We're going to work on that as well. I updated our alchemy table. We are set here as well. We got our little, our pan. I mean, kind of bump them up a little bit. Let's make them proper size. Got pan. We got our boy. I noticed that this is in meters, so we need to switch this to not meters. This needs to be 5 foot. Okay, done. Let me turn the opacity up on the grid here. Ooh, I need to try to scale this to this, just so that we are moving on it accordingly. Which means, man, I wish I could just move the grid. I really don't want them locked into the grid. Might just turn the grid off. I'm gonna turn off snapping. We're just gonna get rid of it entirely. I don't have to worry about it then. So we have our guys set up. We're good here, right? We got everything we need here. Our music's good. I think the only thing left to do is find our characters. Find our characters here. So we need to find Pan. We need to find Wuu Klo. Pan. Let's pull Pan. Okay. And then we got to find Wuu Klo. And then I'll pull these up on screen as well. We can talk over what we got, what we're going to be doing. They are level 4 now. We're survivors, man. We're survivors. Wuu Klo. Cyanite. There we go. There he is. Done. All right. So we have our 2 character sheets now. I can show those on screen as well as soon as I get my stuff situated. I don't want this to be quite like that. I kind of want it to be shrunk over. All right. And then let's see if the PDF button works. Boom. So we have Wuu Klo. We are level 3 for him. Pan is level 4, right? Good stats on Wuu Klo. He's got Eye of Prophecy. We have to remember the natural ones we can reroll, that kind of stuff. Weapons, all swords, all that kind of stuff. He has 8 experience right now. He's an Ocular Knight. EFP and Audience, baby. 21 hit points, pretty good. I still can't get this goddamn fucking this to work. I can't like type my plate mail total armor class in. Like, look at this. Can't do anything to it. It's dumb. It's not recognizing that this is plate mail. I don't understand. I'm gonna have to remake these guys. I love the look of the sheet. I love that it has more space. I don't like that it doesn't function. Like, if your armor class doesn't function, it's one of the major things. So I'm going to write down my information. I know I said I wasn't going to use the camera, but I think I lied. I like having it so you guys can see stuff. I was trying to make it easy on myself today. I really was. But I feel like easy isn't right. I think doing it right is right. So give me just a sec here. We're gonna turn this on as well. We're gonna fix this with this crazy setup that I have. And then we're gonna dive into the show. And I'm recording this because I'm gonna be putting out individual episodes. So just as a heads up to you all. I mean, obviously the live version exists as well. Pan is the man. Pan is the man. You're not wrong. How that motherfucker is alive after all this time, I do not understand. He should have died shows ago. Well, he did go down. But he should be dead. He really should be dead, right? Like, I don't really think there's a question about it. So let's get all this stuff in place. Let's talk about what we want to do for the show. I also kind of want to teach a little bit of what solo-darking is to me. We have our timer here that I'm going to put for our torch when we get started. So I'll flip that in front of me so I can see the timer. I could make an hour timer over here. Oh, that's a good idea, because then I don't know. I might do that. I might do that. No water today. I might have to get water halfway through. This thing is empty. I've been working. Let me get you a little light. Right, now you should be able to see this a little easier. And we'll set this up. I'm mad that I don't have water. So, there is a cool thing I could do. I could make a timer on the deck, and then it makes noise when it goes off. That's really tempting. I think I have one in EFP. Hold on here. Do I have a timer somewhere? I do. Let me copy this timer. I have a 1 hour timer I made that plays the Pornhub song afterwards. So we'll put this in here. Right? Boom. All right, so we got all that up. Lower thirds is up. Everything is good to go. And then I think we have this one as well. Make sure that, yeah, there we go. So we got it already. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. That got set up pretty quickly, everybody. So, a couple things we got to do here. We have to prep the show for one, right? We have to make sure that we got everything ready to go. Yeah, exactly. Right, you got it. I want to angle this up a little bit so I'm not chopping my head off so much. So, I want to set this up really quick. I have everything ready. I have all the stuff that I need. I've been using, I've never showed this. I use this little brass piece. We're not going to record this beginning part. This is for us and our prep. So I usually do this. If you look at the other pages over here, really simple, nothing crazy. The first thing I'm going to do is this bottom piece here. I don't know if you guys can let me pull it a little bit. Maybe I have to zoom out a touch. Actually, I'll just bring it up a touch. Hold on. There. Now you can see it. Not like a dirty keyboard, even though you clean it all the time. A little dust on it. Gotta blow it off, right? So, we're gonna quickly make this. So I'm gonna go over to here. We have this piece here. Literally just a pen. I like having shapes that are defined to kind of lock things in. I could hand draw this stuff, but I love having the little templates. This is from all my years of journaling, right? So you have that. We know that this is what, episode 5? So we're just gonna go like this. These are little brass rulers slash stencils. Most of them are from Midori, but not all of them. So this gives you this. It doesn't have anything else on it. I have 2 others here. I have the alphabet and then a duplicate of these because one usually travels with me. You can see there's a difference in these. I think this is the actual Midori. These are off brands, right? This is the real Midori. This is the one that usually goes in all my journaling stuff. So, we're gonna do that. We know it's episode 5, so I'm gonna go like this. Back this up to it. And we're just gonna color this thing in. See if we can fit a P. Can we fit a P? Yeah, we can fit a P in there. And then I don't care if it's grungy and over top of each other. I have decided officially that Breachers is Xerox grunge for the art style and the layout style. Boom, episode 5. We're done, right? Now I usually color this in. I have this is one of the crayon style highlighters, which I really enjoy these. They shade really well. Once the ink is dry, it doesn't smudge as bad. But I've been using these for years. I actually prefer these to the wet markers, to be honest with you. So we'll throw that down. We've done that. We don't know the name of our episode. I think we'll name our episode later. We're gonna have to roll for Breacher tokens. Would you guys each like to roll? I need a D4 from each of you from Breachers. We're gonna have Wuu Klo. So we have PB Loop Wuu Klo, Breacher points, and BP. So we got Wuu and Pan, and we need to roll for the Breacher points. So it's a D4 for each one. We'll do Wuu Klo first, and we'll do Pan next. And then we're going to write down our piece on the bottom here. So we got EN, so it's E9. And this is just a reminder of the difficulties, so we don't have to open a GM screen up. I find that this helps immensely, especially for solo darking. All right, so we have that written in. Done. I use a page number stamp. All these are stamped for me so I can do the front. Makes it nice and simple. So all we know are notes for ourselves today. We are fleeing, leaving Pirate Haven. And searching. And we are searching for what's his name? What the fuck is the Lancer's name? Oh, I can't remember the Lancer's name now. Starts with a Z, doesn't it? Am I wrong? Is it Zagmar? I think it's Zagmar. I can't remember the Lancer's name. No, it's not Lance. I'll say for the Lancer. For our Lancer. Good call, Nick. Good call. For the Lancer. That's all we know. That's all we know. But we get to get into some fun stuff today. Stuff that we haven't done before. This is all I'm writing down, right? To start. This is my journey. I'm going to write down our points that we have. So what do we get for Wuu Klo? Wuu Klo, Nick got us 2. So he's got 2 breacher points. What do we get for Pan, who needs them? Serving hands rolls off 4. All right, let's look over our character sheets really quick and make sure that we don't have any bonus breacher points for these characters. I don't think they do. Being our breacher talents, he has Sideblade twice a day. He has Hoarder's Point. He's good at smuggling items. Don't have that. Nothing for there. So nothing with him. Let's go back to Pan. Pan is level 4 now. He's got a little bit better stuff. Like, why the fuck does it do this? Infuriating. It's infuriating. I don't like it. I've not figured out how this character sheet works. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like there's a spot where I'm supposed to be putting their armor in. Because I have all their attack bonuses, right? But I don't see a... Zagmar, yeah, that's what I thought. But I don't see... Does anyone see a spot to put armor besides here? Like maybe I have to put it somewhere else to give us the information. Anyone see it? I don't see anything. This is total armor class. It doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Anyway, let me look through his stuff. He's got ramjacks for destroying stuff. We now have three recipes. We have marinated grilled monster, gain +1 to roll. So we should probably pull up our breacher report. I almost said our breacher report. Wow. So close to a sport analogy, and I did not mean to. So that's not the final, not the spread. So this is the 1.3. I did change a few things in here for people who've been playing classes. So if we go down through here, we're going to go to get ready, get your drink letter ready. We're going to hyperlink drink. So I did add a few things in here. I didn't like a couple things. I thought they were too underpowered. So instead of a +1, it's a +2 to a stat save for marinated grilled monster. So let's bring this over here. Let's look at Pan. So he's got skewered, he's got marinated grilled monster. This is actually a +2 to a stat. I thought a +1 was a little too weak. Do you really? You have the AC just fine on your sheet? You're using this one? I wonder if a new one came out. Maybe you downloaded a newer version. This is the weird vertical one. I hear hyperlinks, I drinks. That's true. That's true. I can't change this. Look. It just makes noises. It just makes noises when I do it. It gets real mad. See? How did you do that? Can you just type there? Yeah, I see it. Do you just type here and it works? Yeah, I can't do anything. I don't know, there's supposed to be like a plus or a minus thing here or something. I might be able to edit it. No, it's got password protected. I can't even edit it. Huh. If you can find the link for that sheet, send it to me. I might redo this later. So what we're going to do instead, since it wants to be like this, right? We'll do what I do. You want to fuck with me? Let's get his AC here, shall we? Pan's got a -4. He's wearing leather armor. For those who don't know, leather armor is garbage. I mean, it's okay, but when you have a bad dex, it's not that great. So we're going to go here. We're going to open up this. Very first sheet. Very first sheet here. Very cover of your book. Leather, 11 plus dex mod. Boy, we are bad. We're bad. We don't have shit. We're not good at it. We're not a tank. That's why we almost died. So I'm going to write over this thing. So we have a, what would it be? 11 -4. 11, 10, 9, 8. We have an armor class of 8. All right, let's do this again. I like this color. I want it to be blue. I want it to be blue. I'm going to do... Look at that. It's an 8. Is there a better way to do this? Can you increase? Yeah, we're going to increase the size on it a little bit. It's a little too thin. 8. Problem solved. Problem solved. Let's go to Wuu Klo. Wuu Klo. He's in plate mail. Plate mail, everybody, is much better. Plate mail is, where are we at? Plate is 15. No swim disadvantage, okay? Plate is 15. So we got a Wuu Klo. Do you still take the AC? I think you still take dexterity bone penalty, right? Right? So we're going to draw. He is going to be a 14. Done. There, we fixed our fucking problem. Yeah, I don't understand what you mean to load the stats automatically. Did it load them in when you typed it here? Is that what happened? You typed here and it loaded it? Or did you type it down here and it loaded it? Like, did you add plate mail here? Like that. I didn't do anything. Beats me, everybody. Yeah, I'll have to refill that one out. I don't know what it is. I can copy and paste. I want to do it. I'm not going to do it during the show. So the first thing I notice is Pan is a little overweight. He's carrying too many objects. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a share. So he's going to give... Boy, what do I give? How do I have this many slots used? So that makes sense. One, two, three, four, five. 5, and a burnt one, 5. And we have 2. This is wrong too. This is fucked up as well. All right, we're fine then. I think we got everything in place. I think we're golden grams. We have all our PDFs open. We have our character sheets. We have our premium open. We have our breachers. Oh, we are missing one thing before we start the show. We need Solodark open. So let me find Solodark. Now we have everything. Now we have everything. Let's just reacquaint ourselves with this quickly. Is there anything we need out of here? Group initiative, light, chaos mode. We've decided... I don't think we're doing the 10 rounds. I think we decided to do the hour for the show instead. We don't have luck tokens. We don't have to worry about that. If you roll a natural 20, though, you gain a luck token. We're going to do that for breacher points. I like that. I like that. We have 2 people. We have 2 PCs. We have all this stuff. We have all of our breacher stuff that we need. Index our card RPG Master Edition by Runehammer Games. That's a really good game. I have Knave next to me in case I need it. Adding leather armor automatically added the stats in that. Same for strength next will. You might have gotten a bad copy of the 4th sheet. Maybe. Maybe. Because if I type in leather here, did you type leather armor? So you can see it think, but it's not doing it. But you can see it calculate, but there's nothing for it to calculate for some reason. It looks like it shrunk parts of the form fillable portions. You can't see what you need. Oh, okay. Is there buttons or something? I don't know how I would shrunk it. Like if I shrink it down, it's the same. I don't know. Right. Right. I've messaged about that before to him, but nothing happened. Well, I'm going to be making my own breacher ones in a little while, so I don't give a fuck. And I'm not going to have it autofill stuff, because I think the autofilling stuff, while cool, I don't think it teaches you how to play the game. You may not like me for that, but I think that's the truth. So, anyway, we got Wuu Klo, we got our breacher, we have our dice. I don't think we need much else than this. I'm going to use, for Wuu Klo, I'm going to use my bouncy dice here, I think. I've been enjoying rolling these. And Wuu Klo does some mad damage if memory serves. Yeah, 2d10. This dude is crushing fools. So I got all my dice in place. Everything that we need here. So we should be good. So I'm going to put this here. And I'll take these dice out of here. I'll put them over here. And then now we'll have our little, here, I'll show you what I'm doing. I have these little, like, what the fuck are they called? Cork drink holders, so they don't sweat on stuff. I use them for a lot of stuff. They're really cheap. You can get them on Amazon really cheap. I love these things because they can take a beating, but I like them for little dice trays. Not that I'm rolling in them. I mean, I guess you could, but it just allows me to keep them in here. Like I have another one. Like, technically speaking, if I wanted to, I could just roll in that. I might do that. It's honestly not the worst idea I've had all day. So now we can just do that. Throw our pens here that we need, like so. And now I can roll my bouncy die in here. Good background for it and everything. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, well, everybody, we have Wuu Klo, and that's gonna be our chef. Let's get this started. I'm gonna put us back to solo screen. Hit record, and we're going to set up episode 5 if you guys are all ready here. If you have any breacher cards are on. You can also pick them up. If you sub, you get free cards every month. They're automatic. Those are those pieces there. And then if you haven't picked up breachers yet and you want to show support, cheapest place to get it is through the Patreon store. It's $1 off, but when it goes up on drive-thru and itch, it'll be $8.99 just because of the cut that they take. And I want more people on my Patreon. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff there than anywhere else now. And here, obviously. So, let's go over to our solo. Let's get our show ready. Oh, there's just fire everywhere. Fire everywhere. Streamloot cards, if you're not familiar with them, the way they work is I go through, I grab them. There are things that modify our characters as we play. I'll talk about that at the beginning of the show, too, for those who are interested in joining in on that. So let's hit record. So let's hit record. Let's get our ad up. I'm going to restart our music here. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Solodark. We are going to be diving into the wall again, but not just with Pan, not just with Wuu Klo, but both of them together. This is recorded live. There's an audience that is helping me play along with this, rolling dice in it. You're going to see things pop up on the screen, such as Streamloot cards. Those are ways to help, one, support the show, but also to modify the things that the characters in the game do. Give them bonuses to the rolls, let them find gear, find secret passages, and so on. Last we left off these two, Wuu Klo had saved Pan from an Etten who was getting ready to basically eat him because Pan failed to cook a sufficient meal for him. While he saved him, pulled him out, healed him up, they're on their way out of the pirate's lair, heading further into the wall to find their Lancer friend Zagmar. So we're going to be doing some soul journeying. New rules for Breachers. Volume 1 just came out. If you haven't picked it up, there'll be a link down below for you. It's a 52-page piece. This is my setting for Shadowdark. Been playing a lot of Shadowdark lately, and I gotta be honest, there's something freeing about the lack of confinement of rules and really being able to let the GM have fun with what they do and make things for the players instead of spending so much time looking through books and trying to see if things are balanced. The balance, this isn't a miniature game, it's not a competition. So, with that said, let's have some fun in Shadowdark, shall we? Let's head over to our table. So we got our two heroes here. We have Wuu Klo. We have also rolled in advance their information. Wuu Klo has 2 breacher points to start, and Pan has 4 breacher points. Those allow us to re-roll a d20 if we need, but it lets us do some other things that luck tokens don't. I kind of swapped them out. You can add a d6 to any die roll, add a d6 to damage, or remove d6 of damage to you. You can also share breacher points between people just like you can with luck tokens. So I think we should probably go to the table. We got him up. We have Pan up. We have both of them. This is our dungeon chef, and the other one is our Psi Knight. So I think we should probably go over to the table and see what we're doing. So Solodark is a little different. It's not crazy different, but it's a little different. There's some rolls and stuff that you don't make in Shadowdark that you do for this. I am going to start our timer. We have 1 hour timer. Torches go out in an hour. I like the hour timer. Solodark recommends you do 10 moves, but since I'm doing this live with people, I prefer to do it this way. So we've came out of the wall, and sorry, not out of the wall. We've came out of the pirates area, walked across the surface of these treetops that are made of stone. Some poke up through, and they are petrified from roots to tip of the top. We're walking across the top of these stoned trees, making our way through what looks like the top of like a canopy high up inside the monolithic wall. We finally get to an area where it looks like someone has built something or the land is raised up. Now there's zones in here. This is a Dyson logo map. I'm a huge fan of Dyson logos for this kind of stuff. It's a really clean map. Now I have set it like this so that we can see the map because we're playing by ourselves. There's no reason to hide it, but I do want to see the light aura so I know if a creature is within my light range. We have no creatures on here. We have to start the game as we enter this area like we always do, which is we need to roll for an encounter. Can someone give me a d6 in the audience? I'm going to go over some other rules here while we are rolling that. The other thing that we have here is on this side. Now, I'm going to highlight this thing really quick. We're using Owlbear Rodeo for this. I'm going to draw a mark around this. This is our Sojourn map. This is a new set of rules that is inspired by Veins of the Earth and the idea of travel being able to be fun if it's done right. So this is where we're going to be going into a 5. Thank you. Not a 1. That's what we're looking for. We don't want a 1. That means encounter. So we are currently looking to travel through this place. So let's get ourselves a token to mark ourselves on the map. I think we'll go here. We're going to go into the breachers, and then we're going to grab... Do we have the breach token in here? Mounts, props. I think we'll use the breacher token, and we'll make it small. This will mark us moving through. Now, our other game that I'm running right now, which is a private game with some friends, we are currently coming through on this side. For this one, though, I want us coming through the vertical. And I think we're coming out of this area here, which is the pirates area. Right? We can mark this really easily. There's some cool stuff in this where you can just click it, mark it. We're going to say Pirates Lair. Right? We'll change the color up here. When you click stuff, you can go down here and change your color. We're going to go with red and black. And then we are going to, I think we're going to make this a little bigger. Let's bump this up. Oh, I think I had to manually do it. So let's bump this up a little bit to make it legible. Okay? We know this is the Pirates Lair. Just so we know where we're coming out of. So we're coming out of here, and we need to start traveling. And I think that the goal would be when we come out is we're coming out of this zone, which is going to be the map we're doing here, right? And once we're through it, we'll start traveling through hexes. I think the goal is to get towards a water source, because from last we heard, Zagmar got floated downriver when he fell. That would be this way. And we're essentially going from the green barrier, which is the Verdantian wall. That is what we did on our Breachers live show, into Everpeak, which is where we are currently playing our private games, and is actually where the new show is going to take place. So we're going to be following this river down, trying to find Zagmar and tracking him to the best of our ability. So we'll be coming back to this to do some tracking later on, but for now, we need to get through here. Now, if I wanted to, we could mark this so that you can't see shit. We 100% could go here and make all this blacked out, and I have the option here where I can make it to where I can only see this. So if we ever want to know like how fucked we are, this is the exploration. Actually, audience, do you like this view better? Would you rather have it be this exploration? I'm fine with that if you guys are. I'll let the audience kind of decide on that as we are talking through. So as Wuu Klo and Pan are having a conversation on top of the trees coming out in this area, I think it's something similar to Wuu Klo going, "Look, Pan, I thought for sure you were a dead man or dead machine, dead golem. I always forget, Pan, what you are." Pan would look up and he's shutting his furnace belly. We just got done eating for the day. And I think for Pan, he made, let's see, what did I want Pan to make? Let's do this. Let's look at Pan here and see what meal he made for us. Let's go to Pan. Let's bring him back up on. I think for the day, he cooked some monster parts left over. Rejuvenating stew, you gain extra use of per day usability. Ooh. Man, and we got that twice. We could give this... We'll go back and forth in. We could give this to... We could give this to our Psywar, give him extra echo stuff, which would be good. Immune to the element of a monster cook? No. I think we're going to do the +2 to a stat. I think that makes the most sense. So we're eating a marinated grilled monster as we're walking away from our campsite right now. I have monster parts that I've cooked up. Oh, I forgot to put the parts on here. Parts. We currently, it is 3-2. So it's basically 3 for each one. This is going to take up 1 slot. Put that here. Like so. I think we're going to do that. We're going to have 3 parts. We cooked it up for the day. We have 2. I think Pan, I'm going to make a note on our piece here. I think our marinated grilled monster. So let's mark meals. Let's mark a meal here. So I like to kind of, where you have your divide here, what I usually do, this is just how I have been doing this for, I don't know, 3 or 4 shows now. I usually just go like this, and we're going to mark off, give us a little writing area, like so. So we'll go like this, and we're just going to quickly... I see this as like tracking and notes for the characters. There you go. This is another Midori journal. I'll put a link down in the affiliates link for this, but I love this foldable one. It packs away really well. So, I think we're going to go marinated grilled monster. Grilled monster. And I think Woo is going to do +2 to... Boy, what would he want? What do we... Well, let's do him. We are in a bad way. I think we do Dex for Pan. Give him +2, so it'll be 3, 4, 5. And this will take away this minus right now. So we'll make him a 5 here. And then it'll automatically update, just so we have a little less of a bad piece, right? So we're actually, this will be different for the day. I'll slide this aside. And then we will make us a 9. We'll make us a 9 for the day. So we now have a 9. All right. So that's good. And then I think for Wuu Klo, I think he's going to go strength. We'll just have to remember to change this back afterwards to 18. Let's give him a bunch of bonuses, and we will do strength for him. So he did strength. And then we did Dex. And we'll have to remove those back down at the end of the game, right? Real clean. So back to the table. I saw someone say the shadowy part is better. Well, I can always change it. Basically, all I do is click this and click this button, and it puts it up and out. It's that easy. Right? So we'll do this for now to kind of get an idea of where we want to go. Well, I mean, Pan's like, no. I'm a golem. The chest piece, the fire, that's just for me to cook. It's like a bread oven. You know what I mean? It allows me to keep us fed on the road. 2 torches, fire. Wuu Klo, I do have to say, thank you for saving me, buddy. I didn't think I was going to make it out of there. I was on my last leg. He was like, hey, we're not going to talk about it. Preachers go down. We can help each other back up. It's not a big deal. But we sure as shit shouldn't be standing next to this pirate area in case more of them come out. So I heard you found some friends in there. What was that all about? Oh, yeah, I found a whole group of barbarians. These blue-skinned, I don't know if they were giant-blooded or what, but they were very friendly. I cooked them a meal. We were all very kosher. And then we got attacked by a horde of goblins. Maybe a horde is an overstatement. More like a swarm, a lot, a troop of goblins came after us. It's like, well, some days goblins are good, some days goblins are bad. I had a lot of craftsmen by me. He starts walking. Pan has got the light. So walking through, they're going to kind of search this area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tandem these two. So that when I move one, I'm moving the other for now. And then if we need to disconnect them, we can. Pretty easy to do. You hit the button, you hit the dots, you go over here and be like, yo, I'd like to group some people. I'd like to attach. And then you attach them to this, right? Now they're attached. So you click off, click on, and you have both of them together and you can move them. So I think I did that right. There we go. So we're going to make our way through. We have some running water that's here. Ooh. I think from here to there, let's measure. Let's kind of do this move by move. Move near. So next to the water, I think we are gonna gather water for Wuu Klo, drink, make sure everything's going pretty well. And I think we're gonna roll. How dangerous is this area we're in? I have a separate table for this for the game. Right now, this is considered a risky area. For those who don't know, there are different determining like difficulties in Shadowdark. So basically the way it works is you have 3 versions. It's how often you're going to roll a d6 to see if any creatures can show up and cause problems or encounters. It doesn't have to be a fight. It can strictly just be an encounter. So you got to figure out how risky the area is. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up my notes. We're going to go to everything that matches risky, and we're going to go through until we find our next page, and I will pull it up. So here's our danger level, everybody. So every 3 hours, every 2 hours, every hour, we are at risky. We traveled 2 hours, made a roll, we were good. Once we enter this area, it will become risky, or sorry, deadly again. So we'll have that in the back of our mind as we're traveling through here, that we're going to be in a dangerous area. So I think we gather water, spend a few moments there, and then I think we continue on. Now we're hitting like a weird breaking point. We can either go right up here and see what it is. I think we're going to go into it. Our goal is to get through. So I think we're going to go into here and see where we're at. Now, technically, all our team can see, so we're all thinking the same thing, is this. This is all we can see. I think one of them needs to figure out if they're good enough to get through this. Like if someone can track something or do something to kind of get us through. I don't think any of them are really wise. And that's really the normal way to kind of find your way through. So we got wisdom of -1. Pan's got a wisdom of -3. Man, these two are just two wandering buffoons at this point. I think they're going to aid each other in trying to figure this out, right? We're going to see if we can get this done. They're going to look for a path out of here. They're going to look for the most worn path and see if they can find a way that gets them through this and quickly into the other section of the wall. He's got the highest, so we're going to be rolling at -1. Let's bring up the camera here. -1. This is going to be Wuu Klo, the silicone dice. This is going to be Pan. But you know what? We do have some cards we can use. Let's take a look here. Do I have anything that I can use here? Let's, we don't have any advantages on rolls. We have extra damage. We have wounded monsters. We don't need that right now. No carousing. Armor up, spell, powerful, listen close. I mean, I guess we could do a listen close one. That's re-rolling encounter distance. We're not at an encounter. Fuck. I don't think we have a single card that we can do this. We're going to use... I think we can use a smarter. Smarter covers wisdom and... wisdom in the other one. Or powerful. Is that what it's called? Yeah, powerful. We're going to use powerful from Serving Hands. We're going to roll this with a plus... what was it, a +2? +1 to our roll. Negates his negative, everybody. It negates his negative. Maybe this will work. I already have advantage, though. So we're helping each other. Oh. I think we gotta spend a breacher point. Because that was really bad. Pan's like, no. We can't go that way. We got to go the other way. If we go that way, we're just going to circle back. So we're going to try again with no penalty. A 19. Oh, that one would have sucked. That would have sucked. Sucked. So we got a 9. Well. We know a direction. With that said, Pan looks around with Wuu Klo. He's like, I think we head east. We need to head further away from the green barrier. Let's head that way. The way the flames are blowing in my belly, this seems like the best way to go. So they're going to start wandering this way. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh. We're going to grab our measurement tool, and we're going to go 30 foot into here. Now we are into deadly area. Cracks are all over the place here as we move forward. I don't like this. This is bad. Cracks everywhere. The sound of running water. Let's see what this looks like a little bit so we can get a better description for our characters. Let's take a look. Yes, cracks everywhere. Running water. We don't know what we're running into. We're going downstairs into the area. We're definitely into a more dangerous situation. We know that Pan is pretty fearless. I'm going to mark him as the light holder with a ring. I think we need to roll a d6, audience. Actually, no. I think we need to consult the Oracle. I want to know, is this place dangerous? Does something live here? Are we in danger? So let's go over to the Solodark stuff. Pull up our Acrobat. Scroll down until the Oracle. Gut feeling, Pan, look at his furnace, changes colors. No, it's the way the wind's blowing. Oh, should we get a dungeon name for this? Ooh. I think we should do dungeon name. Audience, roll me percentiles. I'm going to roll a set of percentiles as well. We're going to roll a set too. We're going to name this thing. I'll do the first one. 24. We have the Ravine. That's suiting. Very suiting, everybody. The Ravine. Ravine. Put a little arrow here. Ravine. What's the audience got for me? A 13? Is that what you got? A 13. We got Ravine. And what's 13? Of the Cursed? I don't like this. I don't like this. Of the Cursed. Let's get one more. Let's get one more roll percentile. I got it here. I already have my dice up. 71. 71. Ravine of the Cursed Warriors. Well, shit. Well, shit. We know the name of this place. We have our best practices here. I memorized some stuff. 33. We'll see what it is. Hold on. We'll look at yours. Maybe it'll be better in Cursed Warriors. The Cursed Sailor. We just dealt with pirates. I don't really want to deal with... I don't want to deal with more water. I don't want to die. We're going Cursed Warrior. We're going Cursed Warrior. We're leaving the pirates behind. We're going to go with the Cursed Warrior instead of the Cursed Sailor. I mean... Well, no, that's not how this works. You rolled. Warrior? Warrior? Everyone likes Warrior? Cursed Warrior it is. Cursed Warriors. All right. Warriors come out and play. No, no. So let's scroll down in here for the Oracle. So we need to phrase our question. I want to know, is this place deadly? It's very simple. The odds are, I would say, likely. We're going to roll with advantage. Odds are likely. Let's see what we get here, everybody. I don't like this at all. Odds are likely. Is this place deadly? Advantage, 18. Yes. All right, audience. Roll me that D6. That means that every round we are in this area, we are rolling a D6 to see how deadly this place is, which is fucking horrifying. I don't like this in the slightest. So as we're looking around at this place, Wuu Klo goes, hey, Pan, you should probably let me take point. Pan's like, all right, I can do that. Since I linked them, the way this works is I can move him however I want, right? Move him around, but he's the anchor point. 2. So for our next move, we are safe. Our next move, we are safe. We got water. We know he went down water. I think we go towards the water and check it. Pan's like, oh, well, if you, I mean, look, I'm not going to argue with you about it, but let's just peek in and make sure. Let's not get too crazy. So we're going to, ooh, can I make it in here? I have to do a regular move. Into this tiny little space. Pan's going to kind of stay back here. Bring him in. So the water goes upriver and downriver. Looks like it goes down a hole. We don't want to go down, Pan. This is a bad idea. We don't want to go down or whatever this is. Do we want to go south or do we want to head north? It looks man-made up there. I mean, that's better, right? Man-made? He goes, well, I mean, this inscription here says, Ravine of the Cursed Warriors. Wuu Klo turns to him and goes, Oh, great. Great. Cursed Warriors. Well, the water's running down into this hole. We could cross around and see what's there. Or do you want to head north? I think we probably should head into the man-made land. It feels like a better place to me than this. I don't like the idea of going down a well or whatever the hell that is. He's like, well, we need to scout this at least. So he moves forward, Pan follows, looking at this area. So we make our way through. I need another D6 roll from the audience. As they make their way through, Pan and him kind of skirt and look, and this waterfall keeps going down and leads to another area. So we could exit here. You want to exit here? I think this is probably the best idea. I think the Cursed Warriors is just a funny looking rock formation. Maybe. It might be. Perhaps. Perhaps. No one, baby. A 4. He comes down. He's like, we could exit this way if we wanted. Do you want to go out this way? I mean, look at this. It's clean. It's full of water. We could set camp here if we want to search this area. He's like, no. We got to find Zagmar. Let's not. We know he's not this way. He's got to be the other way. He's got to be the way we were going. Let's turn back and make our way. And he kind of wraps down and around. Now, anytime there's a number on the map and we roll over it, there's a better chance of an encounter happening. It's going to be on 1s and 2s is how I usually do it for this kind of stuff. Just because to me, if it's numbered, it means it should be something important or it should be something predetermined. I think we look through this place. I want to know, is there anything here? Like, do we have anything? Like, what was 10, right? Wuu Klo with Ron Swanson attitude and Pan's like Andy? Maybe. So let's go into our Solodark here. There's a bunch of really good tables they recommend using. If we scroll back up into here, love this art. I say that every time. I love this art too. So they say monsters, encounter, Shadowdark RPG. We're going to do 142 to 187. So let's go look at that, shall we? 142. I want to teach people how to use the tables to create good stories. Like, there's a lot of times when you're playing solo or you're running a game, you think of tables as a must-have. I think of tables as a spark. They're inspiration, not absolution. Like, they're a spark of what you're doing. Well, we're not in an Arctic area, right? So let's look at what we should be possibly picking for our encounter table. Not encounter in Arctics, so we're not going to do Arctic. It could be an artisan district, but this says that it's the ravine of the Cursed Warriors. I don't think that makes sense. It doesn't feel like a castle. It does feel a little bit like a cave, so that's a good option. So what I'm going to do is on my page here, I'm going to write down cave for the tables, and I like to write the page numbers down. So this could be 148. Good chance. Deep tunnels. Ooh. Deep tunnels. This might be it, actually. Deep tunnels. I like this. 150 is the start. This is the winner right now. I'm going to star this. And for those who are wondering what I'm talking about on here, I am making notes down the side. And then this is going to be for encounters. Right? And I'm just putting these down the side to remind myself of page numbers so I know where to look. That's what I'm doing. Deep tunnels, number 1. We're not in the desert. What else we got here? Let's just kind of flip through. Forest, grassland, high district, jungle, low district, market, mountain, ocean, river and coast, ruins. Ruins could work too, right? Ruins could be a good one. So I'm going to write down the same place I was before. I'm going to write down ruins. And that's going to be 172. Ruins is up there too. Not slums, not swamp, not tavern, not temple. Tomb. Ravine of the Cursed Warriors. Ooh, tomb. And I'm going to roll. That's how I'm going to do this. Tomb. I'll actually have you guys roll. 182. I like all 4 of those. That doesn't make sense. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to make a table on the fly, man. This is how I do stuff for games. So we're going to say this is going to be the most, I think the most weighted one right now is probably Ruins and Tombs. So we're going to use a D8, right? D8. Cave is probably 1 to 2. I think that I really liked the deep tunnels. I'm going to say deep tunnels is equal to the other one, though. 3 to 4. Ruins feels like the most prominent. I'm going to make this 5 to 7. And I'm going to make Tomb 8 because I worry about undead. Right? And this is our table. So now we have a D8 table we just made on the fly. Audience, give me a D8 roll and let's see what we get on our table we just wrote up. Like, literally, this is how I weight tables and do stuff quickly. So I know what's what. And I could probably bring you in just a little bit here so you guys can see a little better. I can kind of slide the book around and stuff. So while they're rolling the D6, Wuu Klo looks at me and says, look, you're right. You need to get out of here. Let's head north. Let's not fight about it. Let's see if we can get out of here without confrontation. I know I'm saying that, but bad feeling about this place. There is nothing that feels good about anything that is going on here. So let's be careful, Pan. Let's not die here just because we want to search around. Audience, no D8. I'll roll. I got a D8 right here. All right. A 6. So it looks like we're looking at ruins. So let's go back to our tables. Ruins, we have it here. We know it's at 172. So all we got to do, 172. Done. Ruins, percentiles. Percentiles for this audience. Now, I want to look through our cards really quick while we're getting ready to roll. Because I have a feeling we might be able to save our butts here a little bit. I think I'm going to use faster cards for this group. So they have a little bit quicker movement. This faster gives us... Oh, that's dexterity. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I might not do that yet. I might wait. A 46. A strangler hides above a backpack stuffed with rocks. Fuck. All right. A strangler hides a backpack stuffed with rocks. Okay. How do we want to handle this? Backpack stuffed with rocks. Are you guys also able to hear your cards being played? I just turned them back up, just so you know. Let's look at our map. 10. I think like right here, maybe. This seems like a good spot. Coming back through. Pan's like, hey, look at the corner. It looks like a traveler's bag. Someone must have been through here before. So what we'll do is we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna do the fun thing on the show that I get to do. We're gonna grab black and white ink drawing of a strangler. Ink drawing of a strangler. I believe those are actually chokers. A choker monster. Like they're renamed for this game. Let's find an image we like for the black and white version of a choker. That's fucking horrifying. So I'm gonna bring this over so you guys can see it, and we're gonna pick our monster. I want you to be part of the process for our Sundays. I just see them, but I don't like it when I make noise. God. So what do we like that's a good choker art? I want black and white. That's cool looking. Creature from Black Lagoon. Ooh. That's a cool looking. So everything in the wall and breachers. You know, I haven't talked about this a lot on screen. In breachers, when you're running the game, when you get into the GM section, scroll down here. It talks about when you are picking your monsters that you should be twisting them and making them fit the wall. That they shouldn't be the same monsters that you always run. And I like doing that. And I usually use either Knave or I use the mutations to change the monsters quickly. So let me just pull up monster in the dock here. Find my monsters. Turn monsters into meals, blah, blah, blah. That's a chef. You think after all the editing I've done here, I would fucking remember. I don't remember more. I don't remember more, to be honest with you. It's, I wrote in this for too long. All the monster fritters and shit. Look at this. Monsters. Monsters. Hunting monsters. We don't have a Lancer with us. Here it is. Monsters, locks, it keeps them out. Adapt wall monsters to shifting stone structures and crimson mold infestations in this area. I think this would be cool if this was like a bloody red version. So let's get rid of the acrobat. Let's copy him. Right? We're going to go into alchemy. You're going to duplicate Pan. Really quick. We're going to shove him to the back. I'm going to paste this thing. And we're just going to drop him in. Right? Really clean. But I want him to be a different... I'm going to put Strangler. I want my monsters to have a different edge piece here around. I don't want it to be this color. What are we going to do for it? Let's edit it. So we can edit it really quick. We're going to do a quick adjust. Let's do a see all. Since we're in the crimson wall, I kind of want to make it red. I think we do. Ooh, these are pretty. That's psychedelic as fuck. I don't hate this. I wish I could make it red, though. Let me see if I can quickly make this red for us. Let's go to adjust. Let's go here. Won't let me. The thousands of docks. Look, I remember serving hands, a chunk of the docks that I make, but not all of them. I remember it's in there. I know I wrote it, and that's all that ever matters to me, right? I think this is the color I want to use. And I want to go back into the adjust. And we're going to brighten this just a touch. We definitely want it more in the red variety. That's pretty good. There we go. Done. All right, so we're going to download as a PNG. We're going to do this transparent background, and we're gonna do this. This is our game. This is something I would be doing if I was playing solo, right? So I might as well do it. And go back over here, and then let me pull up our download, and I will drop them in here. So what I do is you go into here, you grab this. This is all of our monsters. We're going to go to Breachers, and then we are going to grab my downloads. And we're just going to drag and drop them in. Because we want to name them before we put them on the map, if you're wondering why we're doing this. Downloads, and where's our little buddy? Our little buddy. Download. And then while we're getting that, I'll take us over to this. So I think that what I would like to do, I think the Strangler is above. We'll import him. I'll add him to the thing. We know there's a bag here. We're going to put him above, kind of off the side. And then I think I'm going to put a money pouch below. So let's go back to the table. Now that we got him here. So I'll put him kind of back off the map so we know he's there, right? And then if we go here, there's a money bag, if I remember it correctly. There's like a pouch. Where's the pouch of money? Money pouch, money pouch. And mounts, attachments, props. No props. Maps? No, I don't have one. Okay, I lied. I thought there was I thought I saw a here he is. Backpack. So we're set up our scene. So according to what Nessie rolled, which was 46, we go into Acrobat and look at it. We are dealing, just to clarify, a Strangler hides above. All right, well, he's hiding. I mean, the first thing we got to roll is if we notice them. So let's pull this up. Audience, if you want to roll me a d20 roll, I'll let you roll for... give me 2 d20. We'll roll one for Pan and one for Wuu Klo. Wuu Klo has got a -1 to his roll. Pan has got a -3 to his roll. I'm going to give them some cards to give them bonuses, so we're going to wash that out. Let's wash some of this out. I don't want them to feel like they're going to die. So we're going to do 2 cards, one from Kyle, one from Nessie, giving them a +1 to wash out some of this penalty. We'll take the first one from Pan. Pan doesn't notice shit. Pan doesn't notice anything. Nothing. Nothing. 14, though. 14. 14, but he is not the best. He is currently a -1. We've washed it away. That's 14. So we're going to be opposing the roll of the creature. So let's pull up our premium Shadowdark. I wish this was hyperlinked to the Strangler right here. That's what I wish. We know it's in the next section. We're just going to scroll down until we find the Strangler. So we know what he can do. Strangler. There he is. Strangler. A gray-skinned, gaunt creature with 4 ropey arms tipped in sucker-line claws. Well, ours looks similar to that. What's the stealth on this guy? I think he's perched. He's waiting. He's got a +2 to Dex. I'm going to give him advantage. I'm going to give him advantage because he's been waiting. We need to make sure that we're above a 14 with advantage. 14, a 19. A 19 +2, they don't notice him. So Pan, totally oblivious to what's going on. Let's get his back over to the table. Pan is going to walk over. Like, hey, look at this. And he's going to walk over to grab it, which immediately takes us into initiative. Let's add these 3 people to initiative. Done. And then we're going to roll for their initiative. I will roll for Pan. You guys want to roll for Pan and Wuu Klo, and I'll roll for the monster? So D20 each. They're in a dangerous situation. Let's give them a bonus. Let's give them a faster. So they get a plus to their dex rolls, right? So one from Nessie, one from Kyle, one to each of them. So they're each going to get a +1 to their roll. And I need a D20 for each, one for Wuu Klo and one for Pan. The first one will be Pan. It'll always be Pan first. Pan is at a -2 right now, and then Wuu Klo is a straight up regular roll. Straight up regular roll. So Pan, 15 -2. So he's a 13. So let's go into here. Let's make him a 13. Right? And then what did Wuu Klo get? Someone roll a D20 for Wuu Klo. That was a good roll, Ness. That was a good roll. Oh, some movements. Yeah, we might be using quickers during this too. Is that audio playing for you guys at all? There's no audio coming out for the... There it was. I need to make this so I can hear it. Monitor and output. Turn this down here. So hopefully I can hear when the cards get played now. They're good? Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll for him. What did you get for Pan? Our Wuu Klo is an 18. Wuu Klo might be going first here. He might be saving us yet again, everybody. Wuu Klo and an 18. Okay, I'm going to roll for our Strangler. All right. Let's take a look at our Strangler stats, everyone. Oops. Get rid of this. Let's look at our stats. for our Strangler. Stealthy. Oh, I have advantage on dex checks, sneak and hide. This is technically initiative. It's technically dex. I think that counts. So I'm rolling percent. I'm going to be rolling with, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to roll with, do I have a big one? Hold on. I want to take us to the big table. Take us to the big table for this. So we can kind of have a whole setup for this part. I'm going to cut away this. So we're going to go boom, boom, and we're going to turn this off so we got a nice full map of where we are and what's going on. All right, everybody. Ooh, I got a 14 in total. So Wuu Klo is first, Strangler is second. Our initiatives are set for the rest of the game. And that means Wuu Klo goes first. So he's watching. Let's see if I'm going to roll again to see if he notices him. I think that makes the most sense, right? We should see if he notices him. Here, check this. We can even roll it here. We'll roll it here. Does he notice him? No, he still doesn't notice him. So he's watching. We'll grab it. And he kind of bends over. He's like, it looks like it's just it looks like a bunch of rocks, man. As the Strangler is going to drop down on top of Pan. That means we're going into combat. I go first. I deals 2d. I deal ×2 damage against surprised creatures. Unfortunately, we are surprised. Wuu Klo didn't see him. We're going to be dealing double damage to everybody here. I feel like I would like to give this monster a disadvantage. I think we have to. Right? So let's go like this. Let's cut this out. Let's give a wounded monster card. Yes, Serving Hands, I'm with you on that. You can only spend one of each color at a time. We'll do the wounded monster later. I think I want to give him a disadvantage on his roll, Serving Hands. We're going to use that. Disadvantage on his roll. Let's see what we get. Bats, save us. Bats, save us. See what we can get here. All right. I would have advantage because it's a surprise, but because I don't, we'll take one away. We're just using the one die. So they're pretty decent fighters. They're not great. We're going to be rolling with a, what is his attack? +2. Fortunately, that is going to hit Pan at a 16. 16, but we have this washed away at least. So that was good. I didn't get the advantage, but I do double damage. Our claws do 1d6. So we're going to be doing 1d6 ×2 to Pan. Only 4 points. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. This thing leaps down out of the fucking crevice in the top and jumps on Pan and starts trying to choke onto our golem. He's like, get off me. It's pulling on his helm to get it off. That means that Pan is going to take some damage. I'm going to tally damage on here. I prefer to tally damage live than on the sheet. So actually, let's write down these 2 hit points. So we have Pan and we have Woo. And this is going to be their HP. Okay. So thankfully, Pan has a whole 10 hit points. He is healed up. We're currently at 10. All right. We currently have 10 hit points. So Pan's got 10. Wuu Klo has got 21 hit points. Pan just took 4. Get him off! And that takes us into Pan's turn. What is Pan going to do? Pan is not a fighter. Pan is not a fighter, but he's going to try. I think he's going to flip out his chef knife from his belt and start stabbing above him, trying to hit the creature in the face. Pan needs some help. Pan needs some cards. We are going to give him advantage on his roll because Pan does not want to die. Right? And also, for those who don't know, since we are using breachers, he has a honed knife. which means he crits out a 19 and 20 until the combat's over, and then he has to take time to resharpen it. All right, everybody. How about you guys roll a d20 for Pan, and I'll roll a d20 for Pan since we have advantage, and we'll take the best between the two of us. See how I do. Pan is currently not the best. He's got the dexterity bonus, so it's only at a -2. 17, 16, 15. 15 is good. I got a 15. 15 is good. 15 means that with mine, I will hit, but I would like to see if you guys get a 19 or 20. So that means I hit. They only have an AC of 14. So over on the other side here, I'm going to track my monsters. I always have. So I'm going to write that down while you guys roll. 7 is not more. So we have level, AC, attack damage, attack and damage, and then magical, and then we have SDC, IWZ. We've been using Z for charisma, for those who don't know, just so you're not doubling up on the C's for con. His HP, this creature's HP is 14. AC is 12, actually. 12. Okay, so we have a good chance of hitting this guy every time. AC 14. What level is this thing? A 3. This should be easy for us. Should be easy. So we'll take our number. We did pretty well. We hit Pan's knife, I believe, does a D4 damage or a D3. Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let's double check the acrobat. Let's go back to our chef and the gear. I also decided when I did this book, one, I wanted nothing but hyperlinks. But I also have chef gear. I put the gear for each class after the class instead of having them all in one section. So we do a D6 damage with the chef knife. D6. All right, let's see what we get here, everybody. Oh, right, that's not Pan's. Got to use the right dice. He deserves his 4 square meals. For those who haven't seen these, 4 square meal dice, a chef dice, a 2. We have 2 points of damage to this creature. As he stabs him once, he's like, "Whoa, get him off me!" 11 went first. Yeah, I still rolled higher than that, so we're good. So he's yelling for assistance. That'll take us back into our rounds. Let's pull our initiative up. So we have Woo who went, Strangler went, Pan went, back to Wuu Klo. I don't think Wuu Klo is going to do his Echo Blade, but I think he's fine using his fire that he has. For those who haven't seen this yet, I made a Cyanite. You make your own manifestation powers, which I think is a riot. Zagmar, I could have just looked here, guys. A dumbass. So we scroll down to Wuu Klo. We rolled up his powers. So Wuu Klo has healing and fire. Pyrokinesis, 1d6 fire, twice per day. He can do near AoE, so he can burst it. So he's going to shoot it kind of above the creature's head. He is within near. This is once a day. I do have to roll, but I'm going to use my gem. I have a Psi Enhancer gem that ups my armor. So I'm going to activate that. That when I cast my armor, it gets this shell of like fire and like molten black lava rock on it as he casts. And then we're going to cast, it's an IDC of 11. All difficulties are 11, basically intelligence difficulty. And then I'm going to do something. We have some extra rules in Breachers and Shadowdark. We can up stuff. I think 11 plus the armor piece, which gives us, what is it to do the armor one? Is it 2 or 1? 2. Ooh, that would make it a 13. I'm knocking up my armor. I'm going to up the damage. We want this thing dead. So we are going to add another effect die for 2. That puts us at 13. On top of that, we're going to go over to our cards, and we're going to do some extra damage, everybody. We want to add damage. I think we have damage dice in this game. Do we not? Extra damage. Here we are. Kyle played one. We're going to use an extra damage card. That'll give us an extra weapon damage die, which is a lot. We're gonna use that. And then I think we're gonna use a blue armor up card instead, which ups our armor by 2. And now we're gonna roll. So we gotta try to cast. We did all that stuff. So we're in IDC 13. IDC 13. That's we got a +3. We do not have any advantages on our casting, our manifestations. Okay, come on, 13. Got a +3. A 2. We can't let Pan go down. We're using a breacher point. We're re-rolling. Can't let Pan go down. No. Oh no. We used talent. We rolled again. We rolled a 1. He goes to manifest the fire, and I think the choker like reaches out and grabs a hold of Wuu Klo as well. Unfortunately, everybody, we get to go down to the manifestation table. So we just did a tier 3 power. I already re-rolled. I already used the breacher point. Can't patch it. I already used the breacher point. You can't keep doubling down. You use it once, you get a re-roll. You can't add all that. I could have done that to begin with, but we still would have been in the same situation. Sometimes things just happen. So, hey, we get to use our new mechanic. So it's a D12 +3. D12 +3. This is our table for it. I want you guys to see how this I actually should show you this. This is how this functions. I'm going to take damage. I don't have a choice. There's a psychic backlash, and I'm going to take the damage here based on the gradient that I'm in. I'm going to roll a D12 live so you can see it. We have a 1. We want low, baby. I didn't stay in. It's cocked. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. This is very suiting for the Ravine of the Cursed Warriors. Auditory Killer, IDC 11 check for 1d4 rounds as a killer chases you. Failure deals an additional d12 damage. We are taking 2d8. Psychic Backlash. We're taking 9 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we gotta make an IDC 11 check. +3. We're good. IDC 11 check for 1d4 rounds. Failure deals this, so I don't take damage this round. How many rounds is this gonna last? God damn it. 4 rounds? God. Fuck. 4 rounds of the, what is this called? Psychic Killer. So we have this shadowy killer that we see out of our peripheral on our big mono eye is just following and trying to attack us as we're defending that, and we're defending ourselves against this choker. That was a horrible round for our boy. The Strangler gets to go. Strangler's gonna stay on top of Pan here. We don't get any bonuses anymore. Actually, I'll leave this up. We'll move this. We're gonna roll for the Strangler +2 against Pan. 9, 10, 11. 11 to hit Pan. Pan's AC is garbage. Pan has the worst. He has a 9. I can't even do it. We might be spending a breacher point from Pan to knock down some of this damage. Let's see what we do. We do a D6 from him. 5 points. We're spending a breacher point. We're not doing this. We're going to reduce our damage, right? Because I was going to up our armor, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. So we're going to reduce that 5 by a die by using a breacher point. 6. We take none. Because this thing grabs on the helm, Pan reaches into his face mask and holds it down as he gets ready to stab him again on his turn. Audience, can I get a D? It wouldn't have been enough. The armor card would not have been enough. Can I get a D20 roll from the audience as Pan is struggling? And I'm going to recap this scene to kind of put us in a perspective of how bad this is. So everybody, we are not doing the best, okay? We're kind of fucked, to be honest. And I feel like we might die. So Pan, Wuu Klo powers up to cast fire, gets hit, psychic backlash. He has a psychic killer following him now. On top of having a psychic killer following him, Pan is holding his helm down and trying to stab this creature off him, all for a bag of rocks. We didn't know it was rocks. We have to get out of here. And a D20 from the audience for Pan. Pan's going to do his best to stab. We're going to give Pan some bonuses here, everybody. I think he needs it right now. We've used everything but a blue card. I think he's going to play a wounded card as he sees the wounded on him. D8. No, D20. We're attacking. So we're going to use a wounded card on the monster. That lowers his hit points by 10. By 10. So we realize that he is now much weaker. He only has 4 hit points. That's a 14. We're going to use is it quicker? No, not quicker. We need a faster card. We're going to give him a +2 because Pan is now a combatant. We are at -3. We're at a -1 now. You rolled a 14. -1 is 13. I think we're going to take that -2 because that'll still hit. And we're going to do an extra die of damage. We need to get this thing off of us. So we're also going to do an extra die of damage. Do we have another extra die? We do. We're going to use Serving Hands extra die of damage. We're going to be rolling 2d6 for Pan. Let's see how we do. All right, everybody. 2d6 for Pan. 2d6 for Pan. 2d6 for Pan. Let's see what we get here. Here's 1. Here's 2. We need to do at least 4 points of damage. Way more. As he stabs this thing in the face and starts cutting it up and taking his chef knife through him, and he throws him off of him and runs to Wuu Klo. He's like, Wuu Klo, man, are you okay? He starts shaking him. We have 4 rounds of rolls we have to make. I think Pan is going to have his hands on his shoulders, trying to center his friend as this psychic thing is attacking him. And I think I'm going to give him advantage while he's doing that. And we're going to blow. We have to do this for 3 more rounds. I think we're going to do some smarter cards. So I think we have a bunch of smarters. We have 2. How many smarters do we have? We have 2 smarters. As he's saying that, that was the worst time that could have happened, as the lights go off. Now they're in the dark, shaking Wuu Klo, trying to keep him in check and hoping that he doesn't die. He's shaking. He's like, friend, stay focused with me. We don't have time to get the torch out. You have to stay focused. We have to get through this. So I hate to tell you this, everybody. A lot of things are going to be happening at once here. So we have to do these in order. 1, we know it lasts for 3 rounds. Okay? We have that in check. We're going to be doing IDC checks. Pan is helping him, but we're in the dark. So the advantage goes away. We use 2 smarter cards. That means for 2 of these, we're going to have a +1 to our roll. It's an IDC 11 to keep ourselves focused. We still can do things. I think he may try to heal as well during this. We're going to go round by round. On top of that, what do we want to do here? We have to do dangers in the dark. So we're going to start here. with our first IDC roll. He has a +3 with a +1 from the card for this round. We are currently looking for a 14 or bad stuff happens. We have it. I think he's then also going to focus his power to heal Pan over me. He's going to grab Pan and try to use his ability to manifest his healing, which is psychometabolism. We're not going to up it. We're going to use it just like it is, but I am going to, well, no, we're going to do tier 2 because I can up it and do knitting flesh, which does an extra die. Okay. So we're going to roll again. We have to get a 12. Currently have a +4. We got it. We're going to heal Pan for 2d6. Pan is back to full. That is his round. Pan is using his action to keep him stable in the dark. Audience, I need you to roll me a d6. On a 1, an encounter happens because it's every round when you are in the dark. As we prep for this next round, waiting to see what our encounter is, they're panicking, but Pan is a little light on it, but not enough for Wuu Klo to stare at as he's shaking him, saying, look, we've been through this before. The psychic entities aren't real. They can hurt you, but it's all in your mind. It's in your mind, Wuu Klo. Just keep yourself together. Oh, fuck our lives. Together. As we roll another encounter roll of a 1. And we need to roll on our Shadowdark encounter table. We have it written down for ease of use. We're in ruins. We've decided that's what we're using here. We need percentiles from the audience as we roll for what could be the end of our party. Give me percentiles, audience, as we do this. I'm going to get a little drink of coffee here from my murder mug. Tastes like the death of characters in Shadowdark to me. Delicious. A 24. 1d4 giant dung beetles roll huge dung balls of dried excrement by. Oh my god. We could have not gotten any luckier here. Someone roll me a d4. I'm going to see if dung beetles are even in this book. If there's even a dung beetle. There's dung beetle giants. Sure are. Giant dung beetles clearing the place. I need a d4 for how many of these sons of bitches there are. Everybody. This couldn't have gotten any worse, to be honest with you. I feel like this is the apex of bad. As we are trying to focus, and what's going to come down to is if these things are fucking hostile or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, 1d4. Dung beetles. Giant. See what we got. Strangler. See what we got. 1d4. Come on. Dung beetles taking out the shit. That's right. That's right. 1d4 from the audience here. While you guys are looking that up, we know where they are. I'm going to put their page number down, that they are on page 214. They're on page 214. And let's get their information down. Hit points 10. AC of 13. Their attack bonus is a 1 horn for +1. They do a D4 plus knock. And that's bad. And knock is a SDC 13. SDC 9. Or they get pushed back at close distance. Oh my god. Rolled a 1. There's one of them. There's one of them. Perfect. I missed that. We have one giant dung beetle rolling by. Now this is where people forget. They immediately would go into combat here. But there's something important that you guys need to know. You don't have to go right into combat. Like, honest. Because in the GM screen, I'm keeping the light off until we fix this. In this, there is your encounters. First, we need encounter distance, everybody. Roll a d6. And then I need somebody to roll me 2d6 for the reaction. This will be plus the creature's charisma modifier, which is currently a -3. This will determine how hostile the creature is. So first we need a d6 from you all to determine how far away it is, and then we need 2d6 to determine its personality, how hostile this thing reacts to us. All right. First one's a 3. A 3, it is near. That means it's been 30 foot. 30 foot of us. 30 foot of us. Okay. I don't really have a giant dung beetle art. No offense, but I wasn't really planning on giant dung beetles anywhere in my game. So I think for the giant dung beetle, we're just going to use... This is pretty close. We'll use this. It'll say Warlock, but it's not. It is 30 foot away. I'm going to say it's rolling it down the stream. Down the stream. Okay. A 12. You are the luckiest group of people. A 12 -3 is still curious, but not hostile. Curious but not hostile means we have a chance. We have 2 more rounds of this nonsense to go. This thing's going to move near us, but not try to attack us out of the gate, everybody, as it is moving from the north up here down. And its edge of the light is just watching. This thing is dead on the ground. We'll give us our famous X. Gonna give it to you. That's what we've been saying when we run this separately. We're going to do this. I'm going to blow this up. We're going to go back into what is the most important thing, round 2. Wuu Klo and him. I need to, unfortunately, delete our light to 0. Zoom us in the dark. He's like, stay focused, man. Stay focused. We're going to roll from him again. We're going to spend the second smart card, +4 to what we're rolling. IDC 11. +4 is a 12. The killer doesn't get us this round. We got one more round with the killer trying to kill us. Then we are going to, again, cast a manifest. We are going to use a card for this. We've used our smarters. We're going to move this away. We're going to use a powerful card for him this turn. I think he wants to do his best to cast this without fucking up. So powerful cards, extra spell damage die, which means he'll heal more. So we're going to use that from Serving Hands as well. In blue, we're going to use an Armor Up card from Serving Hands as well to keep ourselves in check. So that's 2 cards, everybody. 2 cards. No advantage. We are in the dark. This goes away. We have a +4 this turn. We are looking for an IDC 13. That is not high enough. He needs to heal, though. I think he's going to spend his last breacher point. Or do you want to patch it? Would someone like to patch it instead of me using my breacher point? Because we could patch this and I can just re-roll. What do you think? Patch and re-roll? I feel like we do. Someone offered it earlier. I see cards just getting bombed out. All right, patching them up. +4. We need a 13. We got it. We heal. 1, 2, and because we use the powerful card, we get another. We're doing 3d6 healing to ourselves. Remember, we've taken a lot of damage. Woo, caught it. Get it. Stay in the bucket. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are back to full hit points again. We are fine there. Nothing happens. The dung beetle is watching. Doesn't care. Audience, we're still in the dark. We need a D6 now. D6. On a 1, an encounter happens. We're still sitting in the dark. It takes us to our last round with the psychic stuff going on. Wuu Klo, focused, his buddy at hand. I don't think we have any more cards I can use for Smarter unless someone played one. I don't see any more Smarters. So we can't use Smarter. Fuck. Fuck. A 6, no encounter. A 6 and a 5. So those last 2 rounds, or that last round and the next round, I only need the 1. 6, so no encounter. I'm rolling for him. We're going to try to keep this thing off of us. Side DC, we only have a +3. We need an 11. 8, 9, 10, 11 on the money. We do not have this thing kill us. He looks to Pan. He's like, light the fucking torch, man. As he's like hand on Pan. His eyes are like bloodshot around the eyes in his armor. He's like, just light the torch. Light it, please. Oh, yeah. Of course. But he was aiding it. So that means we go into another round. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna manifest. We're gonna use our firepower. We have the ability to ignite things on fire. I'm gonna throw fire at the bag and try to light it to get us fire. I am at a disadvantage right now. I'm gonna take the disadvantage to try to focus this, and we're gonna see if I can't get this off. It's an IDC 11. We're not doing anything crazy. Nothing crazy. We got a +3. Those are 2 12s. He throws his hand out, hits the bag that's sitting there with a bunch of rocks. The light comes back on, giving us the ability to see once again. Pan, light your fucking torch, man. Pan's like, yeah. He pulls one out, goes over the backpack, sticks it in the fire, and lights the torch. I need 1 more D6 from the audience. Do not roll a 1. This is us getting the light back on, seeing how we're doing. Wuu Klo kind of leaning against the wall. He's used a bunch of his abilities up already for the day. He does have his sword echo that he can use to fight. Pan starts, lighting and searching the body of the person. The dung beetle just rolls on. Audience, while you're rolling that D6, here's our scene now. This dung beetle just nothing to do with it. Back into the dark. 1 more D6, everybody. I'd like to see if we're safe or not. He's like, what's in the bag, Pan? He's like, rocks? There's rocks in there? Yeah, it's just rocks, bud. There's nothing else in there. We're going north. Let's get the fuck out of here before this shit gets worse. I'm with you, bud. Just give me 1 minute as he starts carving up strangler and stuffing it into his bag to cook later for the evening. With that said, the groups gathers himself together and starts heading back north through the darkness. Up the river, through the divide, past the towering stones. Ooh, I fucked that up. Come on, you fuckers. Oh, you dicks. Cut. I had to delete them. Past this. Up through here. Keep going. To here. We have our new timer running for our torch. Probably gonna be ending it, but at least we know it's running. We follow the water up and through. I feel like here's a good place to turn the darkness on so we can see how they do. Pan's like, Wuu Klo, are you all right, bud? And he's like, I'm fine. Just, we need to get somewhere to rest. Between the cracks in the walls and everything else, I am going to roll a D6 for the table for possible encounter during travel. 5. As we come out into 13, that would have been a 1 in 2 chance. Following the water, there's a door here. Water flowing from the wall and a door here. He's like, I think this is our best way out. I don't really know of another way unless we want to climb the waterfall. Pan's like, look, doors lead to other people. If we're trying to get out, climbing is the best idea. I think we climb. Fine, Pan. Let's climb. I'm going to zoom us out and move us over to here. We are in vertical movement. We're going to do a couple sojourn rolls to get our ways through. Every hex is 1 day. There's a chance that some travel is more difficult than others with zigzag lines and so on. You can find more of that over if you check out the Breachers Patreon. the Breachers Volume 1. There's a whole bunch of stuff on how to do sojourning, how it works. But for us, we are traveling through here hoping that we can find our buddy. This map is split into 4 quadrants. H's are for horizontal movement, top-down map. Vertical is for like a side shot. So everything is up and down is down. You can see that from the north here on the facing piece, north here. So that's up and the other ones are down. That's how this works. It's really clean, really simple, nothing too extravagant or difficult. We're going to travel along an unbeaten path. With that said, I want to pull open our breachers. Go to our last 2 pages. And we need to talk about the fact that there's not a really good place to be here. It's not a really good place to hide or go to or move or anything. There's no road. Also, this is the old map. I don't know why I have the old map in here, but I'll update it later. So let me pull up Acrobat for you. This is what the map looks like. Here's our rules for map and travel. This is a 2-page spread. This is made to be side by side in the back of the book. You see there's sojourn camps, points of interest, forts, ruins, horizons, verticals, all that kind of stuff. Explains what everything is. We have roads, we have dangerous paths, we have secret paths, we have mines. By us, there's a mine, but I think we're heading towards the water here. I think we want to go towards the water. You roll, we're not force marching, we have rested. Boy, I think we are probably on a zigzag path that's no road. That's a good question. Let's ask the Oracle. I think it's unlikely that we have access to roads here. So I'm going to say advantage. There's no roads here, are there? And if we get a prompt that's a yes, we know that there's no roads. That's the game. That's the whole thing behind the Oracle. I passed the Oracle thing. Prompts. I'm going to say probably not an Oracle. I'm going to roll 2, see what we get. We got a 9 and a 3. Probably no Oracle. We're our disadvantage. No, there is no road here. So we're on difficult terrain. That means we are zigzag path. Each hex is 2 days of travel. All right. We roll an encounter for each hex. Audience, give me a D6. On a 1, something happens. Okay? But we do have a card, and this is the time to play it. We have secret passage cards. And I would like to use our last secret door card, which is from Serving Hands, and I would like to use a journey card as well. Journey cards for this allow you to shorten the time of travel. Right? It shortens the time of travel. So let me find one of our journeys. What is that card called? What is the card for journeys called? Shorter. We're going to use a shorter as well. We can cut a day off the journey through here. So let's look up shorters. We'll use them in the order that they were given. A shorter card. Shorter. Oh, day shorter. Day shorter. We're going to use Stardrew's day shorter, even though Stardrew's isn't here. So instead of 2 days for this hex, it's 1. You know what? And I know we're going to be traveling more than 1 hex. I'm going to use 2 of these fuckers. We're going to use both of Stardrew's. Both of those. A 1. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick. Let's get us set up. We're traveling through here. We're going along the road that is down here. We know that this is a uneven terrain area. While I'm talking, I'm going to do a little artwork here. I think that we are pretty calm about travel at this point. We've been on the wall. We're breachers. We know what we're doing. I'm not too fucking worried. We're traveling from here. It is a zigzag pattern. We also want this to be a thicker zigzag. We need thick, not thin. We need thick. Let's thicken this. Let's do that. That's pretty good. So it's a zigzag path. Boom. Boom. and we're going into the next hex. I think it crosses the water. I think that's the big thing that happens here. So we're going to select all of these roads, right? And go in here, and we're going to make it big, so we can see it. We know it's zigzagged. We are traveling through here. We did this in 1 day to the next hex, so we're here. You did a 1. We're traveling through this area. It is a wet, wall-infested old ruins in this section. So we need to go to our ruins that are in here. So let's go back. We already have a ruins table, but I want to know if this is a cave. Let's do a D8. What do you guys think? Let's do a D8 to set up this encounter. So give me a D8, audience, and we're gonna see if we can't get something good out of here. As we're coming up to this area, we've been climbing through tunnels and up plateaus for the last 2 days, plotting our course. We need to make an IDC check between the two of us. We easily make it. It's a difficulty of 12. It's nothing crazy. We make it between the two of us climbing. We also eat up some of our rations for the day. Wuu Klo has rations, and I have rations. So let's go over here. He's got rations of 6 right now. And that is 2 slots. Then we have Pan, who's got his drying rack with 10 on it. So he's got drying rack. And this has 10 in it. I think we're just going to eat from the drying rack. I think we're going to eat 2 out of it, putting us at 8. Because a drying rack only counts as one slot as you're carrying all these rations on you. An 8. Son of a bitch. An 8 means we're in tombs as we come up across this. I think we climb up, and where the waterfall is, there's a bridge that goes in front of this waterfall, pouring this iridescent blue water down. It almost glows. There are some weird underground moths and fungal growths around it. There's some of the crimson creeping moss on each side of the waterfall, and a bridge that goes across. And on each side of the bridge, we are walking through this tomb-like structure that's broken and shattered. So that means we're going to go back to the Shadowdark book. I'm going to take this off so you guys can see it. Pull it up. And we're going to go back to tombs. We're going to roll in tombs on page 182. I need percentiles from the audience. We're going to close our show here with our roll and figuring out what we're walking up to. Sweet God, do not roll a 1%. We do not need a fucking lich. Please, for the love of all that is holy, do not summon a lich on us. So I think as we're making our way through, we burned up another torch. The conversation between Wuu Klo and Pan was like, look, bud, we got to start gathering some torches in this area. We are low on torches. We're not going to have enough fire to make it any more days. Let's just be careful. He goes, well, I mean, yeah, of course. We'll make some torches. We'll set up a fire. And, they cross into the first area, and they open this old door and push it aside. And they walk into a tomb that is on the one end of the bridge, and it's kind of railed, and you would walk out to the other, like kind of like a keep tower. And they open it, there's a sarcophagus there. Nick politely rolled us 100. And you're like, we're probably gonna fucking die. This is the end of our characters. There's nothing left. That would be wrong. Because 100, everybody, 100, secret cache holds 1d4 items for 7 to 9 treasure table. Look at the mother, little boys and girls, as the sarcophagus has a whole bunch of stuff around it. There is things that they buried this person with. I need a d4 from the audience. I'm going to pull up our treasure table. This should be hyperlinked. I'm going to pull up our treasure tables from 7 to 9. And we're going to see what we can find. Where's our treasure tables? Nick, you lucky son of a bitch. Bringing out the best of possible answers. Have this perilous nightmare we were going through. 4 items are going to be rolled from our 7 to 9 treasure table, everybody. 4 items. So on our second hex, crossing the bridge, we find an undisturbed tomb. Well, everyone, I feel like we deserve rolling on this chart. I'm going to roll 1. The audience can roll 3. And we're going to see what we get out of this. So everybody, give me percentiles in chat. I'm going to do the first one. Pan, you did such a good job, buddy. You saved your friend. You stopped him from losing his mind. Nick gave us the chance to actually get some good fucking shit here. That's right, Pan the man. Let's see what we get on this treasure table. I'm going to roll first. I got a 75. 75. Someone can gather all the rolls when they're done and put them in one line for me to put on screen. That would be great. 75. We have a potion of healing. Potion of healing, everyone. Potion of healing. Never know when that's going to be needed. Potion of healing. This is worth 150 gold. What do we got for the next one? We saw 23 was the next one, right? 23, a mahogany chessboard with silver pieces. Mahogany. Chessboard. With silver pieces. I mean, now they got something to do on their fucking travels, right? 40 gold. Okay. So 14. Taxidermied Similodon. Oh, I don't really think we're carrying that out. I don't know what we're going to do with that. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe it was his pet. Maybe this guy was buried with his pet. That would make sense, right? And then what was the last one here? 50. Life-size jointed python of polished gold. We're getting rich. Getting rich. We're going to be doing some leveling here. Life-sized jointed python of polished gold. And this is worth how much? 80 gold. Woo-wee. So we have a card here that I think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use this card. We have the ability to re-roll on a treasure table. And I feel like I kind of want to roll while we're finding treasure to find an extra thing for treasure hunting. I think I want to do it. Yeah. I'm going to roll one more. We're going to roll for one extra piece of treasure. I think it makes sense. They deserve it. They have been getting their asses kicked. That is a 77. 77. A potion of polymorph. That's a big thing, man. Potion of polymorph. $200 GP. Pan looks at Wuu Klo and goes, we need to scavenge this place. Get another backpack, gather things up, get everything we can. We need to try our best to get the living fuck out of here. As they begin to pack up the camp for the night, they set up everything, Pan begins to cook for them for the evening. I think Pan is going to give them, since they're climbing a lot, a +2 to strength coming into the next day. And they're both going to take that. So I'm going to go over to our character sheets. I'm going to mark them back down to their normal strength, which is 16. And Pan's is a whopping 5, but we raised his dex, I think it was. His dex goes back down to 3. Pan and Wuu Klo look at one another. We need to find a place to sell this stuff. We might be able to get some money out of this. Maybe survive to see another day. Pan's like, yeah, I mean, absolutely. We're talking 2 potions that we're obviously keeping. And a mahogany chessboard while we travel. We can play until we find someone to buy it. Well, what are we going to do with a taxidermied Simladon? I don't even know. Is there anything we can do with that? Sell it, I guess, but I don't know how we're going to carry it out of here. You know how big that is? Well, I mean, it's a tiger. It's got large teeth. Maybe something's in it. It's taxidermied, but maybe there's something in it. Yeah, maybe. I think we set up camp here. We searched this place thoroughly. We gathered torches. We gather these burning pyres that he has for torches. See if we can't get something out of that. We set up for tomorrow to head out. We got to be getting close. It's not a pelt. It's taxidermied. We could cut the fur off and make it into a cloak instead of carrying it. So he's going to go around. He gathers up 2 more torches for us as rolled. So we find 2 more torches. Right? And they set up to camp for the night. He starts to cook for the evening. And we're going to close on this final roll. Everybody, if you don't know, when you make food, it is a 1 in 2 chance that there's an encounter. You're going to set up. I'm going to roll this one because I haven't got to roll an encounter in a while. Let's see what we get. 1 and 2 encounter. 5. They cooked for the night. Everything goes great. They eat food together. They talk about their adventures. But most importantly, like, we need to find a sign that our Lancer went through. That jumpy bastard doesn't leave much of a trail for us to follow. Pan's like, no, but if we keep cooking, he loves food. I can just make his favorite meal every day until we find him. I'm not eating that garbage. But it's his favorite meal, Wuu Klo. I am not eating that every day, Pan. We're not eating it. Trust me. No. With that, the white kind of pans back out of the room, across the bridge. On the other side, the door is open, and there is someone watching them that they don't realize. We're going to close there for episode 5 for Breachers in Shadowdark. Pan and Wuu Klo are on their way to find their friend. What a amazing torchlight fail. When the torchlight went away during that scene, that made everything they had to do with the psychic manifestation of Wuu Klo failing worse. That's the kind of stuff that, like, random rolls, random things, and timers provide, because you don't stare at the timer while you're doing it. It fucking happens, man. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you're here watching the recording afterwards, click down below. Do you have a favorite moment? Are you using the torch timers for anything specific? Have you found a way to make these random tables something that makes your storytelling better as a GM and a player? If you haven't picked it up yet, go grab Breachers Volume 1 if you want to be able to do Sojourns and play these new classes and really all the secrets and fun things that are going on. I already rolled our themes for this adventure, and I rolled the themes for secrets, and I should tell you, it's not good. The 2 that I rolled were grunge and survival. We barely made it through, and right now we're hitting the scene for levels 1 to 3 of what those are going to be. So I'll see you guys next Thursday as we play Pan and Wuu Klo traveling through the Crimson Wall to find their friends. Till next time, everybody, breach on. Now, if you're here for the live show, stick around. We'll talk for a few minutes. Did you guys have fun? That was some of the best crazy random rolls I've had in a game in so goddamn long. That was nuts. Absolutely nuts. We got some good stuff out of this. Let me go back over to our map here so you can see this. We got some good stuff out of this. Look at this. We had 2 hex crawl. I should have done a ration tracker. I didn't think about that. I need a ration tracker here. So we do a rations. I think I saw John pop in. Hey, John. Glad you made it home safe, buddy. Good having lunch with you yesterday. Sorry I didn't do so well with you at the end of the day. So we did 1 ration in the wall. So that's 2. We had 2 days of travel. So that's another 2. And then we did another 2-day travel. 1-day travel. So we've eaten 6 rations so far. Right? Let's update our character sheets here really quick. 6 rations means that we have eaten... Pan is done this. Pan is going to make an IDC roll here really quick to try to cook prep the choker to fill his rack back up. He made it. We need to make a 11. So he is going to fill his rack back up. When we go to play next time, we will have 10 rations again. That's a good thing about having him. As long as you can have a cook with you, he can kind of keep making trail rations. We do need torches. We're really running low on torches. Pan has, so he's got 3 left. Pan has got his rations back up to 10. And we have parts. We just cooked up, we have some strangler left. See you, Nessie. Have a good day. Let me know when you get your patches. Like I said, I use a new shipping method for it. I don't think I'm going to use it again. I'm not happy with it. I'm just going to go back to USPS. I was trying to find something that shipped to Canada as well, but it's just been a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go back to shipping USPS. You should have it this week, Ness. Thank you, though. I hope you enjoy your tumbler. Torches. So, oh, shit. Let me turn this off. We just gathered 2 more torches. He had 4 previously. So we have 5 torches. So this is 1, so 6 torches. So 2 slots for him. All right. So that we've done our upkeep, right? And what we should do really quick, I want to do the experience before I forget everything we did. That's the only thing I want to do before we bounce out. So let's go to experience. I need to write down the experience number, by the way. The page number. I always forget the page number that experience is on. I never fucking remember. I want to go. Here we go. So, I mean, look. Let's assign some XP to what we have over here. So we found a potion that's worth 150 gold. Magic sword, giant diamond, mithril chain, bag of gold, gem, fine armor. Nick, what do you do when you're handing out XP for this stuff? What would you do for the potion? I feel like it's a fabulous value because it's well guarded. We barely got there, and it honestly is way above our pay grade. I feel like it's fabulous. I feel like it's a 3, but it's a 1 use. I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say 2 for the potions, right? Because they're 1 use items. I don't think they're that great. So then we have the mahogany chessboard. It's worth 40 gold. 40 gold is pretty good. Do we get XP? Or XP rewards on reflex? Yeah, I know that. What would it be for gold? Bag of gold, gem, fine armor, magic scroll. Probably 1. 1 for 100. Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. I really wish that was in the game, by the way. I wish there was a little bit of like a, hey, here's an idea. But mahogany chessboard, that's 40, 30. If we get, I don't know if we can get the Simulodon out of here. I'm going to say another experience point in total between the mahogany chessboard and the life-sized jointed python that we can bring with us. Now we got to talk about XP for things that we did. Look, we are survivors. We made it through. We survived like a moment together of us almost dying. I think between clever thinking and survival, I'm going to do another 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 experience for our players today. 8 experience. So let's go back up to Wuu Klo here. 8 and 8, that's 16. Let's go to Pan. I don't think Pan got anything new. Level 4 he hit, so he gets 8 experience. So 8 and 8, 16, so he's got 8. So that's our characters. I'm going to redo these so they're not fucking broken. I don't know what's going on, but man, that's fun. Dude, that's the first time that we had a psychic flashback, like it happened, like a mishap. Super excited for this. So I hope you guys had fun today. That is it for the live show as well, everybody. I'm going to head out. I will be over at Adepticon tomorrow at some point. If you are local to Milwaukee, going to Adepticon. As a reminder, anyone go through the vendor hall. It costs $0. You don't have to buy a ticket. I'm gonna be there with some of my friends. If you are friends of the show, Matt's gonna be here. Palmer, who played in a bunch of our Cyberpunk stuff, so he'll be here as well. I hope you guys had fun today. I love doing these. I love Solodark. I hope it helps other GMs become better GMs. I really, really do. I think the idea of playing by yourself, making a story up, let you be not just improvisational, but reactionary instead of having to prep a ton of stuff. I don't think prep is always the answer. Perfection isn't key to fun. Perfection is the key to like making product and putting things out, but having fun is the spontaneity of what's going on and the roles like we had today and the lights going out really causing a moment that honestly, like, yes, as a GM, I could have made that happen, but it's something I could experience with the group and just have it happen organically. That's it for me, everybody. I will see you again. I'm not here this weekend because I am super busy, but I will be in Discord on and off. Again, breach on, everybody. Have a great day. Go play some Shadowdark. Support your local community. Have some fucking fun, everybody.